Hello everyone and welcome to my Pecha Kucha presentation. In this presentation, I will be speaking about Down syndrome, including a brief description, history, and characteristics, and providing teaching strategies, educational accommodation advice, as well as some literacy and online resources that are available to help assist in the learning growth of students with Down syndrome. Every cell in the human body contains a nucleus. This is where genetic material is stored in genes. Genes carry the codes responsible for all of our inherited traits and are grouped along rod-like structures called chromosomes. Typically, 23 pairs of chromosomes are contained in each nucleus, half of which are inherited from each parent. Down syndrome occurs when an individual has a full or partial extra copy of chromosome 21. This additional genetic material changes the course of development, in turn leading to the characteristics associated with Down syndrome. Common physical traits of Down syndrome are low muscle tone, small structure, an upward slant to the eyes, and a single deep crease along the center of the palm. However, each person with Down syndrome is unique and may possess these characteristics to different degrees. There are three types of Down syndrome, the most common being trisomy 21. Trisomy 21 occurs when every cell in the body has 3 copies of chromosome 21 instead of 2. Trisomy 21 affects around 5,000 babies a year, with an occurrence of approximately 1 in every 691 births. Translocation Down syndrome is a type of Down syndrome that is caused when a chromosome breaks off and attaches to another chromosome. In this case, there are 3 21 chromosomes, one of which has attached to another chromosome. There are no big health differences between the patients who have translocation Down syndrome compared with those who have 3 separate copies of chromosome 21. Mosaic Down syndrome is the rarest type. This occurs when there is a mixture of cells. Not every cell contains the third 21 chromosome, but rather some cells contain the regular 2 chromosomes. People with mosaic Down syndrome often, but not always, have fewer symptoms of Down syndrome because some cells are normal. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention revealed that around 6,000 children with Down syndrome are born each year in the United States of America, meaning that Down syndrome occurs approximately 1 in every 700 babies, making it the most common chromosomal condition. For centuries, people with Down syndrome have been represented in art, literature, and science. However, it was not until the late 19th century that English physician John Langdon Down published an accurate description of a person with Down syndrome. Although people prior to Down had recognized the characteristics of the syndrome, it was Down's scholarly work, published in 1866, describing the condition as a distinct and separate identity that earned him the recognition of founder of the syndrome. For this reason, many refer to the syndrome as Down's syndrome with an apostrophe S. However, the National Down Syndrome Society uses the preferred spelling Down syndrome. In 1959, French physician Jérôme Lejeune identified Down syndrome as a chromosomal condition. Instead of the usual 46 chromosomes present in each cell, Lejeune observes 47 in the cells of individuals with Down syndrome. It was later determined that an extra partial or whole copy of chromosome 21 results in the characteristics associated with Down syndrome. For parents and teachers of young learners with Down syndrome, it is important to understand that most children will achieve regular milestones. However, for these students, it will take just a little extra work and time for them. Parents and teachers can show them how to play with toys to encourage movement, talk about interests to promote speech, and praise them for being independent. There are many programs, both public and educational, that are available for the growth and learning development of children with Down syndrome. Public programs such as the Down Syndrome Association provide community groups to connect families, and many school boards offer motor skills specialists, linguists, and counselors who can help with movements and speech along with social and emotional development. An effective intervention for students with Down syndrome is reading and literacy intervention. All children with Down syndrome have speech and language delays and difficulties. RLI, therefore, combines reading and language instruction in a single intervention. RLI is designed to target some of the specific difficulties experienced by children with Down syndrome and adapts teaching techniques to build on the child's relative strengths. The intervention includes a reading strand and a language strand, each of which includes several components. Daily one-to-one teaching sessions are expected to last 40 minutes and follow a 5-day cycle, with new content taught on days 1 through 4 and revision and consolidation on day 5. The intervention follows a prescribed framework within which content and teaching are tailored to meet individual needs. The reading strand teaches phonics and sight word learning in the context of book reading. The language strand teaches vocabulary by exposing students to new words many times and in different contexts. The intervention includes assessment and record-keeping tools and is designed to be adapted to individual children's abilities and rates of progress. Many students with Down syndrome exhibit behaviors in the classroom that may have adverse effects on their learning. Young children may present persistent oppositional, impulsive, disruptive, irritable, and aggressive behaviors, while older students may exhibit depression, social withdrawal, generalized anxiety, and obsessive-compulsive behaviors. Teachers can utilize a variety of strategies to help curb the occurrences of these negative behaviors by creating routine. Individuals with Down syndrome often have trouble receiving and remembering verbal directions if they are too complicated. Typically, giving structure to small daily activities like getting dressed, bathroom activities, and meal times will help children learn these simple tasks. Another strategy is redirection. Children with Down syndrome can easily slip into the habit of sensory seeking. Sometimes the best way to deal with sensory seeking is to help the child direct their free time activity by spending some time with them playing, reading a book, or coloring. These behaviors can often be anticipated. Once you know what may trigger the negative activity, you can be prepared with a replacement activity to redirect the child. As an adolescent teacher, I would recommend the book Life as We Know It by Michael Berube. The book follows the author and his wife Janet Lyon, both professors at Penn State University, as they put their careers on hold to raise a child with Down syndrome. This book would give students insight and develop empathy for the students with Down syndrome that they may come into contact with. There are an abundance of resources for families and teachers of students with Down syndrome. The Canadian Down Syndrome Society provides an excellent document titled Learning Together in the School Community. The Down Syndrome Innovation website provides videos, books, and numerous other resources, and Gigi's Playhouse provides a number of various connection resources for families.